So we're seeing Senate Democrats become, or at least appear to become, more increasingly optimistic about their chances of taking back the Senate due to a number of wins that we've seen Biden and Democrats rack up in recent weeks. We saw that Joe Biden took out a terrorist who was very much involved in the planning of 9/11.
At my direction, the United States successfully concluded an airstrike in Kabul, Afghanistan that killed the emir of al-Qaeda, Ayman al-Zawahiri.
Additionally, Senate Democrats passed the Inflation Reduction Act, probably one of Biden's most biggest legislative wins to date.
I think what it means is that right now, regardless of an election, that the American people are being seen and they're being heard. And one of the things that they want is that their leaders get things done, fix problems, offer solutions.
And of course, there was that vote in Kansas voting against amendment change that would put more restrictions on abortion in the state. So we're seeing Democrats say they feel this juice, this momentum going into really the heart of the campaign cycle, which is going to take off really after Labor Day. And we've also seen some Republicans kind of, I don't want to say downplay their chances, but really talk about how this isn't exactly an easy election year. There are a lot of tough races. Republican Senatorial Campaign Committee Chairman Rick Scott go on a Sunday show and essentially say that there are tough races, and that Republicans are confident the national environment is in their favor, but it's going to be a tough road ahead in these specific races. On the House side, you've seen Republicans really expressing a lot of confidence that they will take back the lower chamber. It seems like they're almost measuring the drapes already due to the national environment, due to Biden's approval ratings. However, in the Senate, it's always been viewed as a bit of a tougher climb for Republicans, and that's for a number of reasons. A lot of Rick Scott's critics say that the party has a recruitment problem. So in states like Arizona or Maryland, for example, you saw them trying to recruit Governors Doug Ducey and Larry Hogan in Maryland, and then also in New Hampshire, they tried to recruit Governor Sununu to run for Senate in that state. But all of those candidates declined that offer, and we've seen other candidates, many controversial candidates, like Blake Masters, for example, in Arizona, that are running instead now. So there's a question over the recruitment effort. There's also been some questions over where the money is being spent, whether it's appropriate to be spending money in Washington State, for example, on that Senate race when it's such a reliably blue state. But, we've seen that Rick Scott and his allies are very confident, or they say they're very confident in the national mood right now, given Biden's approval ratings. And they also point to these specific states like Arizona, like Pennsylvania. They say, look, they're going to be tough Senate races, but remember, Biden only won them by, single digits, sometimes less than a point or just over a point. So, very much touting that Biden is not necessarily the be-all end-all popular president. And there's also lots of polling to show that despite these wins, Americans are still frustrated with the state of the economy, in particular inflation. And then with these wins, you have a lot of Republicans pushing back, saying that, with the terrorists being taken out by, the military and that special operation, that's not necessarily an issue that people want to vote on. And then with the Inflation Reduction Act, Republicans obviously saying that they are against it because they don't think it will actually do anything to address the issue of inflation.
Because of Democrats' historic failure on the economy, the American people have lost their patience. But amazingly, Senate Democrats are misreading the American people's outrage as a mandate for yet another reckless taxing and spending spree.
Democrats very much, trying to tout these as wins. And I think it can definitely energize the Democratic base because there's been so many negative headlines against Democrats in recent months. However, it's still a tough road ahead. Biden's approval ratings are still very much underwater. Americans still very frustrated with the economy. So that's going to be tough for Democrats no matter what. But Republicans in the Senate, like I said, it's a more contentious environment than it is in the House.